Hey, Brian here, Flagship Property Management. One of the key questions we get asked all the time by people who are wanting to interview us or just check on what property management is what is the management fee and what does that cover? Both are very good questions. Our standard management fee, without going into greater detail of how many properties, are you active or veteran military, is 10%. We have a multiple property option and we have a military option as well. But for the purposes of this video, our standard management fee is 10% of the gross rents collected. Okay, the gross rents collected on your behalf is 10%. The next question is, what does that 10% cover? So the 10% covers, and this is a list of items, but it's not maybe necessarily every little fine detail. It's just the main bullet points so that you understand what the management fee actually covers. First and foremost, rent collection. We talked about that. We get paid when you get paid. So rent collection from the tenant is the first thing that encompasses the management fee for managing your property. Tenant communications, okay? That could be collecting rent, notification of late payments, notifying them of inspections that are needed, answering their general questions, handling their maintenance requests, communicating with them about any kind of maintenance issues, HOA issues, etc. So all tenant communications included. Owner communications, communicating with you. There's no additional charges there. If you want to communicate with us via email, phone call, coming into the office, all of that's included in the management fee as well. Maintenance request coordination, primarily with the tenant, but can be with the property owner as well. That's all included. So coordinating any kind of maintenance request, either non-emergency or emergency situations that come up, we handle all of that maintenance request coordination on your behalf. Emergency maintenance services, I just touched on that with the maintenance request coordination. Emergency services in place. We have vendors and processes and people in place 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to handle any kind of an emergency that comes up. We won't be handling routine maintenance stuff after hours or on weekends as a general rule, but if an emergency comes up, we have all of those in place. Vendor communications. We use third-party vendors here at Flagship Property Management. So we communicate with our vendors, phone, email, in-person, text, communicating back and forth, third-party with the tenant. We have a system in place that allows us all to communicate together so that everybody's on the same page about the maintenance request, scheduling, completion, follow-up, feedback, etc. It also includes invoice collection. So vendor does something, we get the invoice from them. If it's required for the tenant to pay, we do the collection on that. If it's required and it's an owner expense, we use monies available to pay that invoice so that you don't have to worry about writing a check directly to a vendor for every little thing that comes up. We also offer direct deposit services. Those are included in the management fee. So direct deposit, free of charge with the management fee. When that happens, you get an emailed monthly owner statement that shows the breakdown of every single penny that comes in and every single penny that goes out, including copies of any kind of maintenance invoices that may have been achieved during that month. We also have, and last but not least, and certainly not last necessarily, our owner portal in our website allows you, the property owner, access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to previous monthly owner statements, which includes copies of those invoices, the tenant lease agreement, and a copy of your property management agreement. It's also where you can generate some communication with us here at the office if you have any questions about anything. So that's the nuts and bolts of what our 10% management fee charges. There's more details that can be gone into there, but that is the nuts and bolts, and that should answer the bulk of that question.